want to time travel with you back to an earlier time, a simpler time, a time when I was just dipping my toe into astrology. Learning astrology would be so cool and fun, right? I cannot wait to dig in and unlock the mysteries of my chart and aligning myself with the stars. I dug out my birth certificate and I found my birth time, and nothing can stop me now. All I have to do is open my chart. Oh my land, there are so many lines, so many. What is even happening here? I maybe looked exactly the same in the past as I do now, just with the gray sweatshirt. So what I was experiencing is a classic case of natal chart overwhelm. So many symbols, so many tables, but most of all, so many lines. But luckily, I found some resources and I figured it out. So if you are currently in a state of astrology chart overwhelm, you are in the right place. In this video, we are going over lines on a natal chart. And I'm going to teach you about the 3 types of lines that are vital when it comes to reading and understanding your natal chart. I'm Peggy from The Happy Mystic, and if you're interested in learning to love and understand yourself more through astrology so you have more love to spread into the world, then you're in the right place. So grab some tea and let's go. So first up, we have house lines, and these divide your chart into 12 pie-shaped pieces called houses. These are numbered counterclockwise from 1 to 12, and the sizes of these houses might vary depending on which house system you're using and when and where you were born. But each house represents specific areas of your life. These are things you experience. So you can think of the houses like the verbs of your life, and the house lines themselves are referred to as cusps. That's a hard word to say. Got a lot of sps. Each of these house lines represents a different part of the hero's journey, with your first house being a fresh start or the beginning. And then you work through all the different trials and tribulations until you actually start over again at the first house. The next set of lines we're going to talk about are still house lines, but these hold a little extra significance. These are the houses marked by your horizon line and meridian line in your chart, and they're called the angular houses. Angular houses also have special names, with your first house being your ascendant, the 4th house is the nadir, the 7th house is your descendant, and the 10th house is your midheaven. And I like to think of angular houses as a kind of compass in your chart. And each of these 4 points are important to read and understand because they represent how you interact with the world, who you truly believe yourself to be, who you think you are not, and who society thinks you are. It's like 4 big pieces of your personality and psyche. It's like who you are and who you are not, who you think you are and who others think you are. Investigate these 4 corners of your chart and gain a ton of self-awareness. I want you to know that these charts were made using my favorite Solar Fire astrology software. And if you want to learn how you can get a discount on the software plus our exclusive bonus package, there is a link in the description. Next, let's talk about aspect lines. For me, when I opened my chart for the first time, aspect lines were the craziest and most confusing looking by far. These are the lines that crisscross through the middle of your chart, and they actually represent specific angles made between 2 points like planets. Aspects can make planets into friends or foes depending on the angle made. Soft aspects, often shown in blue, are harmonious and easy-flowing relationships, while hard aspects, often shown in red, represent tense or challenging ones. Whether they're hard or soft, aspects can be areas of growth or stagnation depending on how you work with them. And now we must talk about degree lines. And these are used to describe the location of anything on your chart, from planets to houses. So think back to geometry class. Just like any circle, your chart can be divided into 360 degrees. Each sign in the chart measures 30 degrees. And in astrology, the sign plus the degree of that sign are used to mark the locations of things. Understanding how to read degree lines or degree marks is a critical skill in astrology because it's the unit of measure. And for some astrologers, they even assigned special meaning to some of the degrees. So if you hear about DECANS or critical degrees or degree theory, those are just different ways to tie symbolism into specific degrees in a chart. So the next step in learning about your chart is learning to put all the pieces together, including the houses, but also the signs and planets. And to give you a boost in that direction, this video is for you. So go spread some love and take care.